Hey guys, Damon here from Oz Tuning. Just want to take a couple minutes to finish up an install video that we had started down in Texas back in September. If you guys can remember, I had brought the red Oz Tuning F-150 from New York all the way down to Texas to do some racing. But while we were down there, we did a couple upgrades, including the twin fuel pump install available on tuningbyoz.com. The JD Fuel System Solutions fuel system is an excellent kit. The really cool thing about these fuel systems is they utilize two OEM pumps from an 18 plus F-150. You guys might be used to a Deutschwerks 400 pump that a lot of 15 to 17 guys use. If you had an older F-150, that was a go-to. However, those pumps don't supply nearly the flow in a single configuration as the factory F-150 pump. So this kit utilizes dual OEM F-150 pumps and also integrates them so you can have a OEM style reliability and expect OEM quality and a really nice kit for a very reasonable, very cost-effective price point. And it offers a very simple install. So we just wanted to finish this video up and show you guys just how simple this install is. We're putting Jamie Decker's twin pump through Oz Tuning in this 2018 F-150. Currently has a Deutschwerks 400 that we bought through Oz, and then we're gonna need a little more fuel to go fully 85 on a little higher boost, so we're just moving the hat back out and putting in his drop in. Fuel ring pops out nice and easy with a hammer and a flathead. I would suggest anybody blows out any debris that sits and rests on there because it gets pretty nasty. There's one connection under there that's got to get removed out of the factory hat. So it drops back down in. So this is the Jamie fuel system. This is how it comes from him, right out of the box, ready to drop in. As you drop it back in, there's only one plug down in the tank. It's got to go up on the hat as you get it in there. It's going to come right up onto there. Simple enough. Other than that, just drop and go.
Yes, we did, yes. Right in, there should be some ready to drop.
Get it. Nice and tight. The ring's obviously got a lip that lines it up. And then from there, it's just hammering the ring back on. It's on there. Yep. Now it's just a matter of hooking up the factory lines back on, pulling off the pieces here. Once you guys have gone ahead and installed that in the tank, the rest of the process is fairly simple. You're going to be running the harness that's specific to your chassis configuration because it utilizes all factory grounds. It's all specific to what vehicle that you're installing it on to make sure that everything is of the highest quality. Once you're up into the engine bay, you're going to come in through the driver's side wheel well. You're going to cross behind the motor, and you're going to run over to the battery to get your power and ground hookup. There's one relay and there's one fuse that have to be drilled into your factory plastic battery box. I will show you here in a minute. As well, to mount the system, it comes with all the push pins. It's really simple. And then there's a ground that actually goes into a factory ground right on the inner apron next to the hood strut on the passenger side. As I stated, you're going to come up through the passenger wheel well following the factory harness. The fuel system harnesses that I'm going to run behind the engine bay. As you can see, I have the wires leading over there. They're kind of just pulled out of the way for right now because my supercharger is not installed. And then it's going to come over here to the battery box area and plug in there. So right now I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys the finished mounting of the power side of everything. So as you'll see here, there's a fuse that's mounted here and a relay here. These are both to the fuel system. They're going to run one up to the battery, which is going to hook underneath this cover here, and then it's going to come back over to the fuse and then back to the fuel pump. As well, there is a ground located right here on the inner apron of the F-150. That's going to use a factory ground point to ground the whole system. Once you've mounted these, you can go ahead and run your hob switch. Now the hob switch is going to be specific to your blower as well as the harness to it. So on my 2650, it actually mounts in the passenger side, right behind the rear runner, facing the firewall. You unplug a plug that's already in the supercharger, plug in the hob switch, and it will be ready to go. You run your line, and you're all set. Another thing I wanted to point out is in your systems, you'll see a plug that looks like this. Now this plug here actually is the same plug that goes to the pigtail into the back of your hob switch. Now what you use this switch for, or this plug, is to drain your fuel system. So if you have a guy that wants to run 93 octane on the street, but when you go to the track, you want to turn up the boost a little bit, pulley it down, you want to put it on E85, run some more time, make some power, and really get down the track faster, but you need a switch. Now, a lot of tuners will send you a pump drain tune. The problem with that is it takes time. It's a little bit annoying. Well, this takes care of all that. So this is going to plug right into that plug that goes in your hob switch. You're going to plug this in, and it's going to kick the second pump that's in the tank on, and then you can drain your tank that way. So I actually unplug my DI fuel line that goes from my fuel rail down to my DI pump, which is located on the passenger valve cover, and I have a hose hooked to that, and I just set a 5-gallon pail down on the ground, and I'm able to drain my tank right into that. It's all set. You then unplug this little plug. You're going to then hook the plug back into the hob switch that comes off the harness for the fuel system, and you're all set. No need to switch tunes, no need to do anything. Makes it really simple. Another thing I want to cover is the instructions that come with this kit. This isn't just 2 sheets of paper with some basic install. This is color printed, very detailed instructions coming from somebody who has thought out these fuel systems, has done the research, done the testing, and really gone with a good product.